My name is Kathy Stigberg, and we're here today to talk about the death of my son, Sean, who died 3 weeks ago today from a heroin overdose. And he was a really, really sensitive young man. He was just a gift as a son, and this is what happened to him. You know, it's not that he was a bad guy. He had depression. And I think, you know, he was a clear example of a young person self-medicating to make life a little easier when he just couldn't cope. Sean was just a wonderful son. I adopted Sean and his brother Zach. He came to Pat and I as a foster child at 10 weeks old, and then later was adopted. He's been with us ever since, and Zach at 4 weeks old. So he was always just a very observant, very sensitive child. He clung to me like my ex-partner Pat, his other parent, you know, used to say he's tortured when you're not around if I'd go out to the store when he was really little. And he really worked through a lot of that, I guess. He just, you know, he was always shy, but he didn't like attention called on him. Like getting up in front of a class to give an oral report was very difficult for him, as it is for me. But he had very, very good friends. He was just a very, very good, loyal friend. I mean, I identified so much with his sadness. I tried recently again to talk to him more about, you know, is there anything you want to know about your birth parents, your adoption, thing? And he didn't want to, but I'm sure that deep down he did. He was hard on himself too. I think he, you know, used to say, you know, I just want you to be proud. You know, I said, I'm so proud of you. You know, just I always tried to take the weight off his shoulders. You know, it's like anything can wait. You know, it's like you don't have to do anything overnight. You don't have to just be happy. You know, yeah, I know from my own experience. You know, you just basically stop learning to cope, and I don't think I had a severe depression as Sean, and I didn't realize how severe it was till, you know, the last 6 months or so. When he would just sob, I mean, uncontrollably, he just couldn't stop sobbing, and so we tried to get him help for that, and it's not an easy thing to do on the Cape. Most addicts, including Sean, including myself, God knows they want to stay sober. You know, God knows they want to stay sober. It's just not, it's, you know, it's just not that easy, you know. It's triggers. I mean, it's just an amazing, I don't think anybody can truly understand addiction unless it's happened to them. It kind of defies, you know, all other parts of your personality. It did mine, and it did Sean's, you know, who was kind of straight-laced, honest. You know, he had morals. He cared about people, and, you know, I saw him kind of on his knees, leaned over a chair in his room, and I could just see the discoloration of the skin on his arm, and I just went over and I touched him, and he was cold, so I knew right away he was dead. I just came upstairs screaming, and try to love these people and help them. I understand that, you know, sometimes drugs leads people to do, you know, terrible things that really affect their family, and I know they have to have boundaries, but there's such a stigma attached to it, you know, that it's so hard for families and the patients. I mean, God knows they beat themselves up enough, you know. We somehow need to embrace them and just, you know, grab them and just say, I know you need help. We gotta get you help.